My respect is no less for Yash ji. If the theatres are also less, but the audience should not be less. It's business. I cannot kill myself.
Right.
You give me space. After we filed the case, that pressure also came on the other party. You can ask any of your friends or journalists, or including you, have I ever told you support me? That he promotes my film, I promote his. इतना आ गया, इतना बैलेंस है, यहाँ के आने बाकी हैं, वहाँ के आने बाकी. सुबह 8 बजे लोगों को पता चल जाता है, either they are God. How is it possible? As far as Kajal is concerned, she's a very fair person. And Kajal did not attend the premiere. Kajal respected Yash ji a lot, respects Yash ji a lot. And there was a backdoor entry and things like this. But the fact is that Kajal was not invited.
We have the superstar Ajay Devgan, whose film Son of Sardar is doing exceptional business at the box office, and more importantly, I think the film is being liked by the people, and that you can gauge from the response on a Monday. And Monday the response is very positive. Player, having you back on Borogangama, and huge congratulations on the wonderful response to the film. It must have been a Herculean task for you, because apart from the movie coming on a Diwali and all, a lot of buzz around the film and the entire controversy taking place as well.
Yeah, it was very stressful. Nobody wants controversy. At least I guess I don't want to. I've never been into controversy. I never wanted controversy. It just gives you sleepless nights any which ways. But I think what has happened has happened. What had to be done had to be done, and today the figures are speaking. I said last time that if the theatres are also less, but the audience should not be less, and that's what has happened. And luckily I've just been informed that in the second week, which is the coming Friday, I think we have 250 more than 300 screens.
Yeah, that's what we have heard as well. Yeah,
added to it.
Right. So that means the theatres they're now showing Son of Sardar
from this Friday, wherever we couldn't. So that you also know, you know the business, that as soon as the theatre counts increases, your collections increase, and so we are expecting a very good second week also.
As I said, I think Monday is a real test, that if you're holding on well, and if you just take into account both Jab Tak Hai Jaan as well as Son of Sardar, I think it's like neck to neck now in terms of the domestic collections that we're talking about. That is I think a testimony to the fact that people are appreciating the film in big numbers, and they're just coming to the theaters.
That can only happen if the product is good. I think whoever is the cast and whatever it is, eventually the product speaks, and when the audiences accept your product. And as I said, it was a Diwali entertainment, and I was very sure about the product. So that's what the audiences are reacting to, and that's why we've had a great Monday, we've had a great Tuesday. So keeping fingers crossed with the theatres increasing, I think we'll have a great second week.
Now, just looking in hindsight, when the entire thing was taking place, I think maybe 10 days in advance before the movie released, a lot was being said that because of Yash ji's I think sad demise, and maybe Ajay should not be just releasing the film on 30th November on Diwali, and maybe as a mark of respect, and all sorts of other stuff as well. But at the other side, there is another point of view as well, that considering you had announced the film quite some time back as well, and that
and the promotions
had already taken place, it would have been I think a loss for you.
Not a loss, it would be harakiri. I mean, there was no choice. Some people did come and tell me this, that as mark of respect, and I do respect, I mean, like everybody else, my respect is no less for Yash ji. But I had given them an option. I've given the industry an option that fair enough, I mean, I'm ready to do that, but I cannot, it's business. I cannot kill myself. You give me space. Let everybody go ahead by 2 weeks. If the whole industry shifts by 2 weeks, I'm ready to shift by 2 weeks. So the film coming on the 30th could go to 2 weeks ahead. I could have come on the 30th. Yeah, but when it came to doing this, everybody backed out. So what does that say?
Okay, but at the same time, it's being said that maybe if you would not have just brought the entire thing into account, that you're having say around 500 screens less, maybe shayad logon ko pata hi nahi chalta. People wouldn't have come to know, and maybe once the collections would have come out, it would have seemed as if the entire thing. So maybe in a way, the awareness that you try to
just because of the awareness, and this is a different angle to it. I never thought of it, but the fact is that after we filed the case, at that point of time, we were more than 1,000 screens less. So at least because of that case, that pressure also came on the other party, and we got at least 400 to 500 screens. Our count was nearly 1,400 at that point of time, and now it is 1,900 point something. Imagine if it was only 1,400, where would I stand? If 1,900 is, if 500 screens, I'm talking about a simple example of minimum of 75,000 or a lakh of rupees. I'm saying a minimum of the worst case scenario, 25,000 rupees if a screen gives you per day. How many screens less do you go on 500?
In fact, it's being said that in places like UP and the Northern Belt, where Son of Sardar is doing extremely
I
well,
was
but
told
there are
yesterday
places.
they had to as much as crowd was inside, that much crowd was outside.
Yeah,
Bihar is
certain
banning, UP is
places
banning.
that it's not there. In fact, like I said, in UP and the Northern Belt, where the demand for the movie is, but the screens are not
less.
available. Exactly.
So you could imagine what the collections would have been if we had equal division of screens.
It's being said that I think it's doing exceptional business in the Northern Belt especially,
Yes.
and Rajasthan, and I think it's doing, I think, record business over there. Now at the same time, what has happened, that many are saying that the entire industry has been polarized in a way. Either you are on the Ajay Devgan side, or you're
See,
on the Vairav side.
I don't think
because
so.
even for the media perspective, that if you're writing something for Son of Sardar, then आप उनका support कर रहे हैं, which is not
Which should
fair.
not be
Which
fair.
not always, not all the people like that.
You can
Ji.
ask any of your friends or journalists, or including you, have I ever told you support me? I've never said. I have asked them, I've requested everybody only one thing, always, and this time also I said be fair. Is that asking for too much? When I was fighting for the theatres, I was just saying be fair. When I called up the theatre owners also, I said be fair. I'm not asking you to give me more. My only term is fair, and that's where I have been. You like the film as a reviewer? You, whatever you want to write, you write. I've never asked you to give me a better review. So it's be fair is nothing. There's nothing wrong in saying be fair. And I tell you, there is no war going on. There is no clash going on. It's about two products. It's not a personal clash. It can never be a personal clash. This is an industry. It's a small industry where everybody is like, friends and family, whatever. If we have problems on issues also and things like this, which do get sorted out eventually. Eventually, you see all friends also becoming enemies, and then becoming friends or whatever. So, my question is that this is not a personal war at all. It was a fight for a product, for your work, and it was a fight for a product against a product, not against any person. And that's what I've always maintained.
It was not like a Shah Rukh Khan and an Ajay Devgan war at any point of time.
He's not involved. In fact, he's not the producer of.
He said that repeatedly, and he has.
Yeah, that's what I also maintain. It's not his and my war at all. I mean, I had made a statement that I hope both the films work, and I had made a statement that I hope the situation would have been like this if it was fair, that he promotes my film, I promote his. How it wouldn't have made a difference, because if the product is good, both would have worked, and both are working.
Okay, one more thing. Many would say that I think you have raised a pertinent point, and there has to be, I think, more things to streamline, and things should get much more systematic within the industry.
Which are getting, and I'm very happy which are getting already.
Right.
Already people have started standing for it. Already exhibitors have started standing for it.
And they have already made their point.
I have spoken to a lot of them who've decided that we are not going to succumb to these 2-week contracts and 3-week contracts and things like this. So they are being very clear that if we made a mistake in life, we're never going to repeat.
Now, one more question that I had, that in terms of the collections which come into the picture, don't you feel that maybe there should be more transparency, because at times the collections tend to vary across the board, and like say in today's Bombay Times, there are certain collections are different in terms of after deducting the tax and all.
The problem is again there are too many people giving collections without getting exact collections. At 8 in the morning, 8 in the morning, some person is going to tweet this collection, that collection. When you call up your own people, they say by 12:31 the DCRs will come. ये territory बाकी है, यहाँ से नहीं आया. Genuine आदमी के पास ही नहीं collection आ रहे, तो आप कैसे tweet कर रहे हैं? My question being that
because these days, because of Twitter and all, the information disseminates like anything.
See, there are so many so-called trade pundits or analysts who at 7:30 in the morning will send you a collection, a figure, deciding upon, I'll tell you how they operate also, deciding upon X territory ने इतना किया तो 20 से multiply कर लो उसको, तो इंडिया उतना होता है. अरे लेकिन हर फिल्म का अलग अलग होता है ना, कोई CI में ज़्यादा चलती है तो कोई यहाँ ज़्यादा चलती है, कोई वहाँ ज़्यादा चलती है. और फिर जो इतने सारे सेंटर्स होते हैं छोटे छोटे, जिसकी कलेक्शन तो शाम को 4-5 बजे से पहले आती नहीं है. अगर वो चलो लाख रुपए के और 2-2 लाख रुपए के भी सेंटर है, वो करते करते आपके अगर 50-100 सेंटर होते तो आपके 1.5-2 करोड़ का फर्क पड़ जाता है. वी एज प्रोड्यूसर्स आर स्ट्रगलिंग टिल 12:31, 1:30 कि इतना आ गया, इतना बैलेंस है, यहाँ के आने बाकी हैं, वहाँ के आने बाकी हैं. वी वेट टिल द आफ्टरनून, देन वी गिव आउट द ओरिजिनल कलेक्शन. सुबह 8 बजे लोगों को पता चल जाता है इधर दे आर गॉड. How is it possible? It's not possible. So everybody is calculating and imagining and putting their own figures and saying, okay, approximately it must be this. And you ask them, हाँ कितने का फर्क होगा? 1-1.5 का फर्क होगा. 1-1.5 का फर्क रोज का पकड़ते पकड़ते 10 दिन में 10 करोड़ का फर्क पड़ जाता है.
But you know, I'm saying entirely from the audience perspective that आज के टाइम में audience जो आपके fans of any star whatsoever, any movie whatsoever, they are very curious and because आज के टाइम में everything is being just maybe just deciphered from in terms of the numbers that you're doing. But do you feel that there should be more transparency in the entire collections
There
business
should
and
be.
all?
There should be, and eventually it is getting there. It is getting there. Eventually, you come to know the figures. Only confusion created is by these people who are before they get the proper account, they tweet whatever they feel like tweeting.
A lot of these being said about the entire thing that Kajal has worked with Mr. Aditya Chopra and Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, and she's part of Fana as well, two of big YRF films. So will the entire thing that has happened, will it strain her relationship with Aditya Chopra?
I don't know
and all
about
that?
straining. I mean, as far as Kajal is concerned, she's a very fair person and she's very open. Maybe if she wants, she will go to him and fight with him also. But what is sad is also I would say I want to put this controversy aside by saying that Kajal did not attend the premiere. Kajal respected Yash Ji a lot, respects Yash Ji a lot, and there was a backdoor entry and things like this. But the fact is that Kajal was not invited, which I feel anyways is very petty, which also puts me in a better position. Let me be very honest, in a better position. Maybe I would have been in a dilemma asking her to go or not to go. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful that this is put aside. This shows the pettiness of somebody else, and this shows where Kajal also stands. This I want to make it very clear from Kajal's point of view, Kajal's stand. As her husband, I am officially saying that she was not invited.